Good morning everyone, Nick from Meat Smoke Fire here this morning on a live cook that we haven't done in a while. And I've got another Nick with me, so Nick from Carb Brighton. So Nick has trained as a Thai chef and we thought we'd do a Thai week. So yeah, bit of a weird one this week. But usual thing, 3 dishes, 3 different eggs, and we'll take you through the whole lot and we'll write it all up, we'll publish the recipes and you'll get all of that. So tell us about the 3 dishes, Nick.
So 3 dishes, so they're from different regions in Thailand. So we've got a northeastern dish which is called Galangal, which is basically grilled chicken, which has been marinated in a number of spices, and we'll go through the marinade and we'll make that live. We have got something called a kukling, so which is a dry curry from the south of the Thailand.
And some of you had that who were here for the pop-up. Yeah. So we're doing it today with lamb instead of beef. We did last time. That's
correct. And then we've got some mushrooms which are going to be sort of slow grilled on the griddle, and that's with a galangal sort of dry fry relish as well. So those are the 3.
Yeah. Perfect. Right. First things first though. On camera today, it's Andy.
Morning.
She's back. Hooray. Yeah. And then at the bar, Helena doing all the typing, so she'll be asked if you've got any questions, just ask away, she'll type those. Mama.
Cheers.
11:15 on it. Anyway, here you go, Andy.
Thank you.
Right. So, okay, so we'll do the chicken first, okay? So we're going to spatchcock the chicken, and then we're going to make the marinade. We're going to spatchcock it in a way that you probably, it's a different way that we do in the Western world. So first of all, if you take the wings off, and then we're going to basically cut it through the breastbone and then basically open it out. So it's the opposite way of what we do in the Western world.
Yeah, so those who've been on a class, I'm just going to go through the joint of the wings. So you can dislocate them or you can just cut them like this. He says, missing it. There we go, 2 wings off. And normally, if we were spatchcocking this, we turn it over and we cut down either side of the backbone. But today, as Nick said, we're just going to go straight down the middle.
And then the paste over here.
So tell us about this chicken.
So this chicken is from a place called Trenchmoor Farm, so down in Sussex. So I'm based in Brighton. So it's a lovely lady called Rachel. So these are they're called pastured poultry, which is chickens that are in a big sort of tractor cage. Sounds bad, but it's not. And it's basically, it moves constantly. So these little birds are constantly feeding on the pasture, and it's moved every few hours. It's different than free range. So free range, they have are in the shed, and basically open the doors in the morning. The birds go out, eat, and then basically come back in. But they get really lazy. So you only go to the bit where where the other birds are. So the free range is good, but not as I suppose not as natural as like pastured poultry. So these birds, they say about 1.6 kilos, and they're about I think it was like 10 or 9 weeks before they're basically go on for what comes to us to be eaten, I suppose.
Yeah,
if that's the word.
But look at the colour of it. I mean, it's lovely yellow colour. It's whatever it's been eating, it's delicious. So
amazing.
Yeah. So apparently, spatchcocking it this way, you get far more even cook.
Yep. And then we're going to have these. So these are sort of traditional sort of bamboo skewers, and what we do is we basically put these over, down towards the leg, and then they basically put it on the grill. We've got them going. It'll be like that. So and then it's basically indirect heat.
Cool.
Go there.
Right, put that in there for a sec.
Cool.
So are we going to make?
Yeah. So I'm going to make the marinade now. So what we've got here, so some coriander roots, some fresh turmeric, palm sugar. We've got some garlic, so Western garlic, not Thai garlic, and then we've got some lemongrass. So what we're going to do is make a rough paste of that. So I'm just going to give this to Nick if he can smash that down. And we're going to put it in pestle and mortar, and then some. We've got some palm sugar here as well, which is basically like a 3-to-1 ratio. So what I mean by that is 3 parts palm sugar and 1 part water, and that's like heated up, and then it's got like a sugar syrup. So that just it just breaks down the palm sugar more quickly to go into the marinade.
Sorry about this, making a lot of noise.
That. Thank you.
Do the other bit.
So when you're doing a paste, like either one from Marinade or for a curry paste, you always put in your driest ingredients first. You go dry down to the wettest, okay? And then when you put the spices at the end, you always put the most potent in first and then basically down.
So those of you who are interested, we'll be doing a special one-off, well not one-off necessarily, one-off for this year, Thai Big Green Egg class. So on the 9th of October, Nick will come up and we'll run a class here. We will launch it today. So we'll get that up on the web later on today. And if you want to come and learn all about the spices, it's, I had Nick here a month ago, something like that, and he laid out all the spices on the chopping board and how you're going to do it, and it was incredible. Right, am I chopping this?
Yes, please. So in Thailand, we'd scrape the roots and then just take the roots, but over here in the Western world, we use the whole root basically. And this only needs to be a rough paste. So you know, a normal curry paste takes anywhere in the region of about an hour to an hour and a half to make. When you're processing it, breaking it down, and the idea when you're making a paste is to basically get all of these basically come into one sort of rounded smell, so that or aroma, and that's when you know the paste is well.
Covered in turmeric again.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you very much. And then so the idea when you're doing this in a pestle and mortar is it's not supposed to make any noise at all, and then you know that it's actually processing the ingredients as he makes loads of noise.
Yeah. That's why Nick's doing it, because when I do it, it's ding, 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 ding.
Thank you.
Good? Enough?
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
No worries.
So as you can see, it starts to come together. Again, it's just a rough paste, yeah? So we're just bruising the elements so it can then penetrate the skin of the chicken when we're doing the marinade. And then there's the pepper.
Right. While he's doing that, I must say thank you, everybody. Today we've had our 4,000th follower, which is awesome, because it was only about 1,000 when we started doing these live cooks a year and a half ago. So thank you for that. We've also, it's amazing, 31, Andy's looking panicky.
Yeah,
Okay, so 31,000 minutes of people watching our YouTube channel in the last month. That's about 20 days solid. That's incredible. So so we've taken the decision that we've launched our October classes. They're up online, so you help yourself to those. But they will only be Fridays. We're not going to do Saturdays because we're going to come back to do these cooks. We're going to do back to every Saturday doing a live cook where we can, because you guys obviously want to watch them. So thank you. Right, what am I doing, Nick?
Okay, so put this onto the paste onto the chicken, massage it in. If you, it's going to make turmeric, so you might get yellow fingers.
Yeah, well,
but
they're already yellow.
Okay.
I did it last night, didn't I?
And what you want to do is make sure, you know, when you're doing any marinade, into all the nooks and crannies. And usually leave this for about, well, minimum of 4 hours. I leave it overnight. And you can do it with smaller birds as well, so little pushtan, which emulate, I suppose, like they're called yard birds, which they have in like Asia, which are basically what they say, small birds that run around the yard.
Right, we're going to show them how to get
we're
this.
going to do it. Let's get that out of the way.
I'll let you do this bit while I wash my hands.
Right. So we tried it earlier and it worked. We've got one. So these are from Thailand actually. So I've got these imported. So bamboo, and they're actually just like split, as you can see. So the aim of the game is just
Put it on the board.
Yep.
Yeah.
So legs down like that. Spin. And then we're gonna, this is the fiddly bit. So as you can see, go down by the leg.
Right.
Yeah. Right, near enough there. On that one. And then we do the other one. Sorry. Like that. And in we go. Like that. Okay. So what happens when you put it on the grill? If you think about it like this. So you want to come around here and see. So basically, when put it in the grill, yeah, we'll have it like that. So it's like you said last night, like an asado, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll
Bit
be
like
like
an
that,
asado.
and then hanging over, bit of indirect heat.
Now you could do this just straight on the big green egg
Yeah.
using the convector and cook it normally. It's spatchcock, so you could actually cook it direct as well. But let's show you.
Yep.
Don't worry about that one, Nick.
Sure.
We'll sort it out afterwards. But let's show you the one we've got. So, for once, we're using the XL. But what I've done in here, I mean, if you look right inside, because you can on the XL split it front and back. We've got our chicken out where there's no charcoal, and we've got the charcoal at the back. So we're doing effectively an indirect cook, and we're using the skewers to hold it up, and then Nick's just basting it with some coconut milk.
Coconut milk, yeah, and just water down a little bit. And yeah, it's do it every 10-15 minutes or so. But you're looking, depending where you are in Thailand, they cook it in different ways. But you know, I like it with a little bit of char on. You can put honey on it as well, because obviously then that caramelizes.
Yeah, it'll
it,
burn.
which is
So it's a
great.
bit like barbecue sauce. Any barbecue sauce that's got typically has sugar in it, always put them on at the end because they will burn because the sugar's caramelized so readily. So looking good. So this is about 180 degrees, this egg. So typical oven temperature and an indirect cook. So the heat, you know, it's not directly above it, but yeah, we're giving it an idea. So I'm going to stick this in and just see how we're doing. So we're up there. We're up at 80 odd.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's really.
So we're pretty much.
How long was that on? That was on for about
79, 80. Yes, that's about 45
Yeah.
minutes we've had it on there. So you know that is pretty much ready. It is ready. But we'll leave it to get a little bit more colour. If we take it on it a little bit more, it doesn't matter.
cool.
Right. What's
next? Let's just clean that down a little bit. Right, I think we'll go on to let's do the mushrooms.
Okay.
So we've got some oyster mushrooms here.
So those were just from Tesco's, weren't they?
They actually were. So I usually
So
go
worried
for
about where to get them because
Yeah.
you know I've not seen them in too many places, but they were just in the
they're in all the supermarkets now. So basically, if you want to slice those down, so you can get 3 out of each.
So long ways,
Yeah.
length ways.
That's it. That's great. Okay, so the sort of relish, if you want to call it that, is this here. So I've done what you can see. So this is Lemongrass Galangal. So Galangal is like a ginger, and lots of long red chilies, and you basically process them by put them in the pasta mortar, break them down, and then slowly sort of roast them over.
This is the thing we smelt last night.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God,
This
it smells absolutely incredible.
It is,
So-
it is amazing. So it's a bit pokey, so quite spicy. But what happens is you dehydrate it. So just 45, 60 minutes. But make sure you have the windows open because you get that acrid from the chili and things like that. So yeah. So we're just gonna got a bit of garlic oil here that Andy made last night. Amazing.
Yes.
So we're just gonna baste the mushrooms.
Do you want to
with
do
a
it
bit of
here?
that. Yeah, or
Or-
on the grill, whatever's easiest.
I'll put them straight on the grill and then
Yeah,
baste
let's
them.
do that.
And we can flip
And then
them
we'll
all
show you
over.
us- So this dish, it's out of a book called The Drinking Food of Thailand by a guy called Andy Ricker. Amazing chef. It's basically drinking food. It's a Thai food that you get in bars and roadsides and things like that. But all that sort of food is meant to make you drink a few cinders, which we've got there. Good.
Right, we'll get these last couple on. So we've got this set up for direct cook. So again, about 200 degrees, 180, 200 degrees. And then we can just paint those on. So this, you have to smell this garlic oil. So that was what we really slow cooked the garlic in the oil.
So a little bit of a chef's tip. If you're doing things like roasting frying off garlic or onions, start with the oil cold. Constantly stir it, because what we tend to do in the Western world, and what we're told to do in the rest of the books, is you get the oil hot and then add the garlic or the onions.
Flip those?
Yeah, please. And what happens is the oil's too hot, you put the onions in and they go black straight away. So yeah, just a little bit of a tip there.
I was going to do it with the tongs, but I might as well do it with a thick wall.
It's asbestos hands, right?
It is, it's just a bit warm. You're getting some lovely colour already. There you go.
Oh, thank you. And then we finish these off when they're ready, like with a bit of sea salt as well. That's great. Yeah, that was me bad, sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
On the list earlier.
Hey,
Right, that's good, so we'll leave those for a bit.
this has been the most relaxed setup for one of these cooks ever for us. And I said we got Nick up early this morning because Nick came down yesterday to do some prep, and we got him up early this morning to get ready. And we've been just swanning around for the last hour and a half.
It's all about the prep. All about the prep.
Whereas when I'm doing the cook, it's chaos until 2 minutes before. Right.
Cool, so we just need to flip those in a few minutes.
Yes.
Right, okay, so over to something called the Kukling. So Kukling is a southern curry. Sorry, southern curry.
Oh,
It's a dry curry. So when you think about Thai curries, everyone thinks red, green, or a yellow curry as well. Like with a lot of gravy, if you want to call that, or sauce. This is completely opposite. So think about it like a dry bolognese. So what we've got is some lamb. It's actually hogget from someone called Matt Chatfield. He's down in Cornwall, so I was down to see him at his farm a few weeks ago. Look him up on Instagram. It's called the Cornwall Project. So he basically takes on lady sheep who can't lamb anymore. And so the meat is so flavoursome, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, he's looking at amazing produce, amazing guy. So we're gonna.
it looked a bit like I said to Nick, "Oh, we're doing beef short ribs." I mean, it had the texture and the smell
fat.
almost.
The fat is amazing on it.
Yeah.
So, and then we've got like a red curry paste. So we'll be putting this up on the website as well. So it's a southern curry paste with your chilies, your galangal, bit of kaffir lime zest. You've got some spices in there, some shallots, and some garlic, and something called kapi or kapi. Can never say it properly, but that is fermented shrimp paste. So it's basically shrimps that are then fermented, and that's what gives a huge umami bomb within that paste as well. So, and it's really authentic. And what you do with that is you basically get the paste, put it in some banana leaf, and then you slowly grill it, and then you add that to the paste. Then we've got, so that's good stuff as well. Because again, warming spices or roasting spices gives it that extra umami. Got some kaffir lime leaves as well. So we're going to julienne them. They're going to go into the sort of stir fry.
Do you want me to get those ready?
Yes, if you could.
Yeah.
So it is like a stir fried curry with a curry paste, and then some lemongrass just to lift it with some aromatics. And then what we've got here is some bird's eye chilies. So these are really hot. So if you like it spicy, it's all good. And then we've got some sugar. So if you've been to Thailand or do a lot of Thai cooking, lots of sugar in Thai cookery. So I've got some there just to sweeten it and lift it as well. So yeah.
Do we want to flip those mushrooms?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. So is there any questions about any of the dishes?
Not so far, but everyone is we're getting lots of light.
So as you can
Probably
see
can't hear
there,
Helen over there, but
looking good. I haven't got asbestos hands like Nick, so I use the tongs. Oops. That's one. The big tongs.
Smells amazing.
Yeah.
can we get everyone following Nick on?
Yeah, I need 1,000
Insta.
followers, guys. I need 1,000.
We got him through 1,000, me through 4 in one day. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Right,
Cool. Okay.
they're not bad, they're not brilliant, but
No, that's good.
there's a couple of biggie bits there.
That's good.
Right, So
Right,
you
is
ready
it-
to?
yeah, is the wok on?
It's on and hot.
Okay.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me burn myself.
So yeah, so let's get a little bit back. Yeah.
We're going in with about half of this.
That'll
we
do,
decided.
that'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we just render some of the fat off that, and then put about half the paste in,
Okay.
and then we're going to dry fry it and constantly, you know, like with wok burning. So, sorry, wok cooking. Stir fry should not be any more than 2 minutes. Yeah. So if you
Better
stir
turn it
fry
up.
for longer, this is a bit different, I say, because it's a dry curry, so we are trying to dry out. But stir fry, if you do it like with fresh vegetables and things like that, they get to a point and they start to basically all the moisture starts coming out, and that's when right when stir fry goes all soggy. So just something, yeah, get the wok as hot as you can, so it's shimmering, like literally so hot and shimmering, and then basically get it.
Can I just check the chicken? Does that need to come off?
Yeah, we'll get out in a sec. All right, half the taste.
Yep. And then we're going to fry that off. We've got a little bit more in actually. And then, yeah, start doing that. I'll put the chicken.
Oh, I was supposed to get you a rack to put it on, wasn't I?
Improvise.
Yeah, a cooling rack or something like that.
Helen's
We're
going
going
to go and get one.
We're going to try. We're going to try and get, when we take the chicken off, we're going to try and get it so it's stood up while it rests. So yeah, this has just got the expander basket in here, which you can buy, you know, for your eggs separately, and then the wok in that, because the wok sits in the ring in the middle to support it. All right. We had this at the pop-up, but with beef, and it was just stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm just going to wash my hands, so you might want to see what Nick's up to.
So yeah, the chicken's done now. So just going to let that rest with the juices, and then we're going to, the way that we cut the chicken is we're not going to like carve it like we do in the Western world. We're going to basically go through the bone. So we're going to halve it and then we go through the bone. Yeah, because I firmly believe that, you know, nibbling meat off bones is. I don't
Will it go through that?
Should do.
You might be able to work it out.
Yeah, yeah, this should do.
Yeah,
That's fine.
bring it over to
Yeah.
the board. It's fine.
Is that it? Cheers. Yeah, so you know, nibbling on the bone and stuff like that. We're also going to make a sauce, so dipping sauce.
That one's a bit fat, I think.
Yeah.
We'll try.
It's going to go into. Sorry, we're going to use with the chicken, so we'll get that on the go in a minute.
Just a normal rack, Helena. I'll put it like that for a sec. So you know the one that goes in the bottom of the pans? Sorry, I should have thought about this. Lean it like that. Right, let's have a look at this. Sorry, Andy, we're keeping you on your toes today, aren't we?
Yep. 2 of you. Hard work. In a good way.
Smells amazing. Right, let's see if we can. Yeah, that would be perfect. Thank
Right,
you.
hold on. Just need to get some stuff at the back of that.
Right,
Right, sorry about that.
take this out of the way.
So we're going to make a dipping sauce called Namjin Jiao. I can't say it
I'm
properly.
going to do this. I'm going to cheat a little, but nobody's going to know.
That's okay.
Oh, it's not going to work. Oh well, I'll just lay it down.
Yeah, no, it'd be fine.
We should have practiced that bit.
Well,
God, it looks lush though. Do you want it in foil over to keep it warm?
yes, you can. Yeah. So what we've got here
Ooh, wrong
is,
colour.
is the sauce. So some tarramin concentrate. So 2 tablespoons of tarramin concentrate, and then basically a tablespoon of the other ingredients. So we've got some fish sauce. We've got some lime, fresh lime juice. We've got some palm sugar. Again, sort of palm sugar syrup. We've got
Sorry,
some-
I'm just going to crunkle the foil a bit while I cover this up. Sorry, people. You need me to turn?
Yes, please. Some roasted rice or toasted rice. So we did this last night. Basically, normal rice, grind it down in the pestle and mortar, dry fry it, put a couple of kaffir lime leaves and also some galangal as well, and basically slowly turn it until it's all golden, and then basically grind it again. So really, really lovely, aromatic. And then there's some roasted chili powder as well. So just very, very simple. We're just going to combine all that, mix, and then finish it off with some a few sprigs of coriander. Okay, so I'm going to do that one now. So any questions about any of the ingredients, or?
So you
They're
should
quite
be able to
good.
get most of these things from your local Asian supermarket. We've got a great one just down the road. The only thing I never seem to be able to find is the coriander root. But I'm going to look a bit harder.
Yeah, a little tip. If there's any growers or produce growers that do coriander around you, go and ask them, because they usually just cut the coriander, so because we just use the green, and ask them for the roots. And I know some people who down in Sussex who get that for free. So it's more beautiful taste. So do you want to taste that, Nick? It's absolutely fabulous.
I need a spoon.
Yeah.
Didn't have a spoon.
With the spoon, I think.
Helen will get one, that's all right. We're good.
Bless her.
So again, yeah, it's just like a dipping sauce to go with the chicken. You can spice it up as much as you want. So toasted chili powder here is really spicy. I like spicy food, so I put a lot in, and then obviously you just finish it off with the toasted rice on top. Thank you. Lovely.
Is there a little spoon? No, I'll have a big spoon.
So that's what we're doing.
Oh, that's Thailand in a sweet, sour.
Good.
Oh, that's gonna be good. What's that? That's the rice we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll put just a couple of sprigs of coriander in. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be ready for the chicken.
Nice.
So put that over there.
How are our mushrooms doing? That's
good.
frying off nicely, by the way.
Okay, that's good. Let's have a good.
Sorry, Andy.
Cool. So, glasses. So if you can see now.
Oh, you can't. Sandy's not there
Yeah.
yet.
Oh, that's good. So yeah, so you can see that we're starting to.
Do you need
get
a
it
hotter?
dry. Maybe a little bit, yeah. Yeah,
So we'll open the top up a bit.
Open the bottom a bit.
I'll go nuclear on you in a second.
Cool. Could I ask you a favour? Could you just slice it?
Like I did before.
Yes, please. Yeah. So we're going to add those at the end. Lift it as well. This is the sugar mentioned.
You just use white sugar there rather than...
Yeah, it's the granulated, yeah. So, palm sugar, usually in paste and things like that, but you can supplement it. But I think you tasted the palm sugar last night. It's more like
Yeah.
toffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really lovely sweet. So, I'm just going to put in. That's great, that'll do.
Now,
Yeah, that's fine.
where do you want it in?
Yeah, put it in. Thank you. So there's different variations on this dish they could clean. But yeah, you can do it with different meats. It's done with pork quite a lot as well. So you can,
nice.
if you get the smell now of
Yeah.
that.
Looks amazing, smells amazing.
Yeah.
Lots of people saying that we're going to post the recipe.
Yes,
absolutely.
absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And I'll put some links in there as well, so some other resources that are helpful as well. So that, if you're into Asian cookery or Thai cookery, there's a number of us in the UK now who, I don't know, there's like a group of us. So I'll put their handles on Instagram as well. Okay. Okay, and a couple of these in.
It wasn't fire enough. A few more chilies.
Yeah. Well, southern food is really, really spicy.
Yeah, you want
Look
to.
at that is hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it down.
Yeah.
You've got the lid open because it will just carry on getting
Cool.
hotter now. Right, do you want me to lift it out?
Yeah, and then
You
if we
ready?
could, yeah, this is the bit I do get worried about.
Right, which bowl are we going into?
We're going into the big bowl, so
If
do
you
wanna
pop it,
plate
yeah, if you pop it on the chopping board,
Yeah.
I'll grab you there. Spoons, where's mine? Yeah. If you grab that, and then you, I'll just.
You can smell the chili, right?
Oh, smells amazing.
You can have something in this as well called a stink bean as well, which is like a green
No?
bean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's over here. Right, and then we're going to finish it. So just with some more chili, because as I said, we haven't got enough chili. You can put a little bit
Yeah.
more fresh, Julian.
Go and turn the mushrooms while you're doing
Cool,
that.
thank you. Okay,
Good.
that's that. Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
Okay. We've got some rice going as well in Nick's new rice cooker.
Yeah.
The sun has come out, yes. Right.
I need to point out, it wasn't me who dropped.
No,
It wasn't me who dropped the one through the grill.
no.
No, that was me.
Right. Lovely. So this is about 180. I'm just going to turn it up a tiny bit.
That's on the. And we're going to put on some banana leaf as well, so some tempered banana leaf. So what I mean by tempered is they're usually frozen, so we just get them, either use blowtorch or just put it over you if you've got gas hob a few times, and you'll see it go all glossy. I think you can see glossy, so it's like that. Yeah, it sort of refreshes it.
Where have I put my knife?
The knife is over here. There we go. So
Lovely.
just give it a little bit of a cool. Just move these out of the way.
So you want me to go? Do you want me to take the sticks off?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So take the sticks off, unless you want to eat some wood.
Oh, look at that! Look at the colour underneath.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
So
That is
legs
so
off.
Cool.
Yes, please.
Easier said than done. No.
Yeah. So if you go, in fact, you just go through. You know, we said.
Yeah, just chop it in half.
So chop it in half. Yeah.
There we go.
And then basically you want to sort of go through the bone like that. So like so at an angle. So like.
But take the legs off first.
You can either go through the legs or it depends on how sharp you're. Usually it's with a bit of big meat cleaver, and basically it's just cleaved. That's it, and through the bone.
I'm not sure I'll get
Yeah,
to
I
it.
don't
I'll
think
take.
you, yeah, you will.
Hang on. Let's do
Yeah,
there.
that looks succulent. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Do you want
Yeah,
these a bit smaller?
No, that's fine. That's
Yeah?
yeah, that's absolutely great.
Take. Okay, that's the leg off. It's easier.
Those mushrooms will be done in a couple of minutes. So again, what temperature did you get that bird up to again? Nick?
So that was 74 is when it's cooked,
Yeah.
but this was just over 80. So, and we're going to pop that on there, banana leaf.
Yeah.
Back.
You're going to go. Hold on.
I'll come round.
Logistics.
Nick did say, why don't you move all the chairs? And I didn't, and guess what? They're all in the way.
Fabulous. Looking good.
Smells amazing.
Put the legs over there. That was a bit more there. A little bit there. We'll put the legs at the sides. Perfect.
Right, looking good.
Just gonna tidy this board a tiny bit.
So we're just going to let these rest a couple of minutes. brush a little bit of the
Garlic oil.
yeah,
Might join you in a beer.
and we've got
Sorry, I didn't bring a glass. Here we go.
just let that for a bit, and a bit of salt. And we'll transfer it to the serving dish in a second. So there we go.
So who have we got on, Helena? We haven't done that today.
So Steve.
Barbecue medic.
No, I think he's travelling. I haven't
Oh.
seen him. Sorry, I meant Steve from Histon.
Steve WG
Yeah.
and Sandra. Yeah.
Simon Higgins.
Morning, Simon.
Ben Coleman, Mickey, Franco, Little Rocket, David Steele, a little bit Clawsome.
Can you hear Helena? To point at Helena.
Helms through. Sarah Harris. Paul White.
Morning, Paul in Devon.
Mindful Belly, Benny the Van.
Morning, Paul. Mindful Belly.
Tony.
Wow.
Now, Mindful Belly has said he'd like to see a Nick versus Nick
Oh.
Thai chicken wings showdown.
Nice. So Paul was one of the lucky ones who came to the pop-up that Nick cooked at, and yeah, we all thoroughly enjoyed ourselves that day.
Heart Smoked Soul is on. Grilling in the Name. Smoked Meat and Fire.
Oh.
MJ Guest, who thinks Andrew's doing a great job on the camera. Meat Fire Whiskey. Franco said we should just have given Andy a glass of wine.
Thanks, Franco.
Number
It's
22,
tough with two of you.
Jeanette Harvey, Ben Hudson.
Wow.
Yes, we've been up to about 42. Harold, Dennis was on. who
Morning,
came to our
Dennis.
class.
He came to a class a couple of weeks ago, and took a lovely picture of our picanha that we were cooking. So thank you, Dennis. That was a cracking photo.
Mark. People keep. A couple of people have asked about the skewers, but I've said that you basically fashioned those out.
Yeah,
of...
so where's the camera? So those skewers, they're just they're bamboo. I got them sent over from Thailand, from Bangkok. But if you think about like a thick bamboo, and then it's basically they're cut halfway through, or 3/4 up, and so they're like a tweezer. But we're having a conversation this morning, weren't we?
We're going to look at how we can get some made.
Yeah.
So we've got so many customers who are perhaps in the steel industry. We talked about having them made of steel. So yeah, we'll talk to you.
Yeah.
We've got some some ideas. Otherwise, Let's Cute guys probably could do them,
Yeah.
but we may as well do them ourselves.
Yeah, and they're quite. You can.
Tandooring, the tandooring. It's shipped on Friday, finally. So it should be here. It could be here in 3 days, or it could be here in 2.5 weeks, like the last shipment from Holland. It's amazing how slow the boats are as they come over the channel, that 50 miles or whatever
And
it
if
is.
they can get a lorry.
Yeah, or if they can get a lorry. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, someone else I forgot to mention was Mark from Smoked Fine Food.
Morning,
and
Mark.
MJ Thruster, who only got his egg yesterday.
Awesome.
So
Well, welcome. Yeah, we'll try and do more of these cooks. So we've got proper classes next weekend and the following weekend. But after that, we're back to hopefully most Saturdays doing these. So, and maybe Nick will come back for some more.
I'd love to, if I'm invited.
Yeah, it's a bit dangerous though when he's here. It gets a bit boozy.
No, never. Never.
But I'm the only one suffering from a hangover.
Okay, so there's the mushrooms. So, okay, so we just put a brush a little bit more on them. And that's the galangal sort of relish on the side.
That looks incredible, Nick.
So, and what we do, you basically get the mushroom. I'm going to get you to try them, Nick, because you haven't tried them yet.
Get Andy to try one.
Yeah.
She made the juice.
So basically,
I'll
you
take
get
the
in.
camera.
No,
Andy. Yeah.
honestly,
Andy.
no. I can't finish off with you on camera. You
on.
won't end it.
Come on.
properly. Thank you.
So get that, and then scoop some of the.
How's that? Chewy.
Quite hard.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not a terrible cameraman.
Oh my god, they're amazing.
Good.
Really
Good.
good.
Awesome. So let's have a little look. I'll pass back to Andy. Look.
You have that back.
Yeah, I'll have a bit of that. I'm going to try it.
Right.
So,
Oh my word.
we've got to take photos of it all first, but
Yeah.
so we've got oyster mushrooms with a garlic oil with, what do you call it? What's its name?
So it's Namprick Gar, I think.
Namprick
Yeah,
Gar.
I've got it. I'll write it all up. So my Thai pronunciation
Beautiful.
is bad.
We've got a dipping sauce for our chicken. Looks amazing. Rice, straight out the rice maker. And our lamb
Cooking.
dry.
So yeah, so the dry southern curry of
Looks incredible.
lamb. Yeah.
Nicely done, Nick.
Thank you.
So,
It smells
Yeah.
amazing.
I think the next time we're live is in 3 weeks' time. I'm not sure what we'll do. So if you've got things you'd like to see, like a wing off by the sounds of it, a Thai
Let's do a
wing
wing
off.
off. Let's do a wing off.
Well,
That's going to be
What the
crazy.
prize is. What's the prize?
Yeah. What
Do I get an egg?
only if Paul's paying. It was Paul's idea.
There we
so,
go,
yeah.
Paul.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to the races, Paul, and he knows what we mean. there.
Exactly.
So we've had some suggestions for Indonesian,
Okay,
Lebanese, and a meat pie.
a meat pie. Well, we'll do the meat pie when it gets a bit colder.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But everyone, so just to let you know, everyone's loving this session. Can't wait. You've got to get busy with the recipes because
Right.
people are
Okay,
Okay,
that's good.
and then
That's good.
sign up for the class. There will only be 6 spaces for that class.
Yeah.
We might do some more next year when it's warmed back up.
Yeah.
We're full. Everything as of later today. Every class we're going to do this year will be up on the site. So
And I'll share with you like sort of like the curriculum, but like for that day course, because we'll go through the fundamentals as you said, like the ratios of the ingredients and how we make a paste, and the sort of flavour profiles and things like that. So a little bit, not too sciencey, but a little
it
bit
was.
of
Hey,
education.
those of you who've been to one of my classes know that there is a little bit of the science in how we cook the food, and I found it fascinating how that paste was made and the build up and how you adjusted the paste depending on what dish you wanted to do. And I think you said it could make 200 and something curries, different curries from the one set of ingredients. It was fascinating. So, in terms of stock and all of those things, how are we doing? Bang on.
12:30.
So, big green eggs are all in stock. So yeah, I can get anything for you. Bases are all coming back into stock now, which is great. We've got all of the Let's Q's in stock, bar the medium, and I've got a couple of those coming with all the tandoor rings. We've got their new garlic rub in stock. I need to put it on the website. We have sold somebody's interested in our first Kamado space. So these are Blaze, our units, but there is a slightly different one with more drawers and some from a company called Kamado Space. So it looks like we'll be able to sell those. What else do I need to tell you?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Any
Question.
news on skillets?
Skillets, the small ones are in stock, and I've got stock of those here. Large ones are still out of stock, and I haven't, off the top of my head, I don't have a date. But ping us a direct message, and I will look it up on my spreadsheet and come back to you. Excuse me, shouldn't have chugged so much singer there. And we're going to go on. We're going to eat this for our lunch, but we're also going to cook some more this afternoon. So we'll take some photos. We won't necessarily post the recipes. But we'll take some photos of what the other thing we're going to cook. Nick's desperate for some greens, and he's a big forager, so he's been out and foraged some stuff as well. So
Cool. And if you want to follow me, so my Instagram handle is @CarbBrighton, so it's KAB Brighton. So I've got a couple of little projects down there. So I do like kitchen takeovers and pop-ups. I've also got a small space where it's a 12-seater micro restaurant. So some dates coming up. I'm nearly fully booked up to Christmas, but there'll be some new dates, maybe in between, if we can make them work. So yeah, follow me in.
perfect. And I must come down.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he's converted his ground floor of his house into a micro restaurant.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Awesome.
So yeah,
Cool.
yeah, perfect. Well, thanks, Nick. Thank you everyone for watching. We're bang on 45 minutes to the minute.
Thank you.
And
Carb, as we say.
yeah, we will see you all soon. So cheers. Any questions, just get hold of us. All right, cheers.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.